Grace and peace, family. Grace and peace. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. My hotep. Namaste. Free the land, beloved. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Thank you so much for joining me today here at Vicki Dillard.tv, my own channel. I am so pleased that you have joined me today, beloved. I do have a little bit of a ritual that as you come in, be sure to come in giving us a big thumbs up, thumbs up. We ask that you do that early in the broadcast. Why? Because in modern social media platforms, it helps to activate the algorithm to send out more notifications. And how many of you all know that someone such as myself here at the Vicki Dillard.tv, as well as my schools, my spiritual school at VickiPlanet.com, known as the Vicki Dillard Mystery School, and of course some of my other courses like my ISIS Mystery School, which I haven't made public, formally to the public yet. We can certainly appreciate you sharing our information because we're the counter voice to the media apparatus and the entities and organizations of the white supremacist, anti-Black, neo-colonial, watch this, diabolical, talk black to me somebody, organizations and entities. Now, family, so when you do that, we need you to share. We don't need to just make random people's videos go viral. That's great and stuff because we move by different things. But beloved, somebody that's helping you in this war for your life and that which pertains to your predecessors, your ancestors, you would be out of your mind not to be intentional to support organizations and folks like me. Talk black to me, somebody. And it's up to you also, for those of you, why so-and-so don't have you on white list, you go ask them that. Don't ask me why so-and-so. That's for you to do. You do that heavy lifting. Talk black to me, somebody. Looks like I see some of my folks coming on in. Hey, Miss Victoria Spirit, Vino, Stacy, Ronan. Hey, beautiful Queen Vicky says, Christina. Hey, Precious. Hey, Audrey. Hey, Free Fall, Callie, Azama, Troy, Cynthia. Thank you all so much for joining me today, dear family. Okay. I know some of you all are used to seeing me on other platforms that I've helped to build over the years and bring great profit and credibility to, like Nubian Queen, like Your Black World, formerly like Dr. Boyce TV and some of his other affiliate networks and channels. But I am no longer connected to those organizations or entity. I'm doing it on my own, building it from the ground up. So I keep hearing from people, even after all this time, say, Vicki, where have you been? I've been looking for you. So when you're intentional about sharing, to let folks know that if they want to see me live, they can come here. Of course, I'm not doing 5 days a week, which was absolutely unheard of the way I was doing it, plus content to other networks, because I have to put and prioritize myself and my health and other things. But family, you can see me from time to time, and I'm doing so many other things behind the scenes to make impact beyond the multimedia space. Talk black to me, somebody. So on the count of 3, if you hadn't hit that thumbs up button, share, and be sure to subscribe. Are y'all hearing me today? I want y'all to be sure to do that if you haven't, okay? I want you to hit that thumbs up button. Share. Hit that thumbs up button, family. Share on the count of 3, okay? I'm getting ready to do a countdown. On the count of 3, hit that thumbs up button. 1, 2, 3, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share. Share. Thank you so very much, dear family. Okay. Thumbs up, share. Somebody said, shout out from the Netherlands born in surname Ashe. Welcome, Netherlands. I love my international family. You all know, for those of you that may or may not know, I also do a lot of geopolitical content on African Diaspora News Channel. And I plan on doing more clips and information here. Hey, shout out to my beautiful sister, because I said so. Of course, she's encouraging everybody to hit that thumbs up button. She's been with me for a long time, because I said so. Thank you so much. I just made you a mod, so hopefully that'll show up soon. Okay, are y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share. She said 6 years. Okay, talk black to me, somebody. Talk black to me. I love it. 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 Thank you so very much. Okay, family, let's get to where we're going. Are y'all ready? Family, we don't need to be long here on this Sunday. I had to pop in. Tomorrow I'm doing getting ready for my mastermind lecture. For those of you that don't know, I have the Vicki Dillard Mystery School. They pay a monthly fee to receive a major lecture every single month. You have access to some of my previous lectures that are absolutely life changing. And if that weren't enough for the very, very low and affordable cost, you also get other discounts, just like my event that I'm doing with Brother Rizza Islam next Sunday, family, not even a week away. Are y'all ready? Literally next Sunday, me and Brother Rizza Islam, we're coming together, beloved. As you all know, how many of you all know he's been doing a lot of good work exposing the antics and the powers that shouldn't be concerning the pandemic. Of course, I did a lot of that over the years as well. But our brother has a particular specialty in that area. So he's going to be joining me for our third webinar together. I've done a total of 5. I've done 3 with him. And I'm going to be drawing some connections between the pandemic, what they up to now, because how many of y'all know they haven't stopped? They up to a new phase of stuff. And watch this. Also, we're going to be threading some connections between American Zionism. How many of you all know that some of these wars that you see in Israel and the United States commit, not only against the people in Palestine and Gaza, the West Bank and all that? How many of you all know this? There's some of them maybe. We can't talk about this online. We're going to talk about who's the hidden hand behind some of the wars over there in Congo, who's involved in the Sudan and the Sahel area. And God knows who's at war with Foundation of Black Americans here in the United States. And yes, it's foreign entities. You will be out of your mind not to join us this next Sunday, October 27th. The link is in the chat, family. So join us. The link is in the chat. Talk Black to me. Shout out to my sister Aquarius 79. She's another one of our moderators. Aquarius, I just made our sister because I said so. A moderator. She's been with me for years now. Like she said, about 6 years, but she's always been a supporter in more ways than one. So everybody hit that thumbs up button, family. Make sure that you tell your family to share. Make sure you tell them to tap in for this high level, above top secret knowledge that me and my brother's going to share with you next Sunday during the webinar live. You don't want to miss it. And for those that pay for the webinar, you will have access for the replay for a period of time thereafter. So somebody told me they had to work, so they couldn't make it live. So I just wanted to make that brief announcement. So get your save your seat today. Click the link above. We're only going to make room for X number of people because it's meant to be an intimate group for people that have need for this type of knowledge and know how to implement the information we're going to give you, as well as the tactics we're going to give you to be a force against the powers that shouldn't be. Talk Black to me, somebody. Okay, enough of that, family. Thank you all so much for indulging me to do announcements on my broadcast. Talk Black to me on my show, my broadcast. Thank you so much for your patience with that. Yes. Now, how many of you all know that the presidential elections, November 4th, is just around the corner? And you all know that both sides of this diabolical coin in the United States is detrimental for Black folks. They're not either party, neither major party. Of course, there are other parties and persons that's running for office, like Dr. Cornel West, Dr. Jill Stein, and so forth. But how many of you all know, and shout out to those 2 groups that are for reparations. I have discussed some of that in detail on my broadcast. But the 2 major parties, which are the Republican and the Democrat Party, the Democrats we have been voting for the past 60 some odd years, and they've been using our votes to do something for everybody but us. Now, how many of you all know the reason why we give disproportionate criticism to the Democrats over the past recent years is because those devils have used our votes to help the illegals, the legal immigrants, and the illegal immigrants. They've used our votes to help the white Afghans, the white Nazi Ukrainians sending hundreds of billions of dollars over there, the genocidal maniac Israelis and stuff. How many of y'all know they've been spending our money to go to fund all of that mess? And you wonder why your life is indirectly a hot mess? And they refuse to give Foundation of Black Americans reparations. By the way, shout out for those of you that were able to watch my live interview with brother Marcel Dixon. He is running as a candidate in South Carolina. How many of y'all saw that the other day? Be sure to check out that live if you haven't. He gave us the breakdown and the blueprint and the language that we need to be using in our fight for reparations. We made it clear that it's a status issue, to where even though colloquially and in a modern parlance, we refer to each other as Black, but we're specifically focusing on lineage-based reparations for American freedmen. Talk Black to me. Somebody said that they saw it. Stacy, yes, wasn't it powerful? I've interviewed him before. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. And I've supported his campaign. That information is in my previous live, so be sure to check that out and share it. All of this is important. What I share with you, the stuff that I'm doing. The reason why your current press secretary still has me blocked, the reason why you had one of the former View co-hosts block me, the reason why some of your most famous little celebrities and little fake little street politician weirdos, the reason why some of your major networks have literally reached out to me upset and angry about stuff that I have done, beloved, is because it's the power of what we're doing. See, when you don't understand just how forceful and how powerful we are in seed form, your open enemy will recognize our power, but you won't. Are y'all hearing me today? You got to understand our power in seed form. Talk Black to me. Everybody hit that thumbs up button now and share, share, share. Now, let me get to where we're going, because I don't want to be long, but I will be strong. I'm really saying it up front. I don't want to be long, but I do want to be strong. Now, y'all know this upcoming election is coming up, and the Democrat Party has been playing Black folks stupid all this time. So now that we're becoming, more and more of us are getting on code. They're nervous because they can't afford to even have a few of us not vote for them, because we make up so much of the margins throughout the country. So many of the people groups are against the Democrat Party. They can't count on them, and they don't have to suck up to them. They don't have to do. They have to do stuff for everybody but us. So that means that to get the other folks is harder. It's more work. But the most gullible, the most naive, slave-like voters are Black folks. So they know all they got to do is lie to you, sing Amazing Grace, sing in your choir, show up to your fish fry, and that's it. You will throw reparations out the windows. You will say to hell with your ancestors. You will give your mothers who were raped, your fathers who were sodomized, the middle finger and say, what the hell we need reparations for? You knuckleheads that's out there. Every time I think about that, I want to slap somebody, just digitally. You say to hell with your ancestors every single time. You don't care what they went through. You said, well, we don't need it. What you begging for, you knucklehead? You a maniac, a sociopath, an uncivilized entity that ought not be. Let me just leave that right there, Vicki. Some of your own ancestors don't even rock with your funny looking self. They've abandoned you in the spirit realm. That's why you ain't never gonna do nothing that's great or wonderful, because they don't even want to fool with your funny looking self. I make the impact I make because some of your spiritual team is with me. They say, what the hell have we made? They don't give a damn about me or our sacrifices. That's what you look like when you don't make reparations a priority. And when you say, I don't need it, and what you begging for, you are spitting on the blood and the sacrifice of those that caused your funny looking self to be here. And why are you here? Because I said so, said let the gavel speak. Let the gavel speak. I sure hit the gavel on that one, baby. For those of you that don't know, the Vicki Show is the home of the hand claps and the gavel raps. Tell them, sis. She's the one that inspired that phrase, coined that phrase. Because she know Vicki sometimes will clap her hands when I get excited and bam, that gavel. Now, Vicki, get to where you're going. Thank y'all so much for your patience. Watch this. So Kamala has taken her pandering and propaganda to new levels with you silly Negroes that love it. So how many of y'all know she's been going to different churches and different church groups and stuff? I saw her little weak little thing she did with Charlamagne the Fraud's funny looking self the other day. And so many of you, I've been hearing from some of the folks, every time I comment or anybody hear about me or somebody tag me, you know, they love to try to come for me on the platforms. And yeah, years ago, Charlamagne specifically shouted me out when he was doing an interview with Dr. Umar Johnson and stuff. But, you know, he's buddy with Tamika Mallory and stuff. He's buddy with some of them Black chicks, political people. So I guess he trying to make sure he don't bring me on because he know I'll tear his ass up. He's got to bring in people that look like they revolutionary. because he can control. See, what you guys got to understand, the Republicans and Democrats are not different on the things that matter. They want to give you the illusion that there is a difference. So on one or two issues, like some of the immigration issues, do you all know that the reason why a lot of the Hispanic folks love the Republicans, and when y'all be tripping like, how come they're not all Democrats? Because there's a lot of Democrats that let them come in illegally. Let me tell you something. The Republicans don't do nothing substantive to help immigration either. They're trying to say something now because it's scaring them, because it appears to be overwhelming. But a lot of the Democrats love them immigrants. The Republicans love them too. The reason why a lot of Hispanic immigrants love the Republicans, and the reason why some of you all be scratching your head and wondering why they still support Trump, do you know they revealed them Republicans? Because it was a Republican president, hello, Ronald Reagan, the anti-black, pro-CIA, pro-lock up black folks and devastate their lives. When he was governor of California years ago, he was an enemy to the Black Panther Party. Did y'all know that? Did you all know that there was a lot of them Republicans that first implemented restrictions on gun laws because Black Americans in the form of the Black Panthers were legally, I said legally, we're getting firearms. So it was the Republicans that started in a substantive way implementing laws and rules and regulations and policies to restrict gun ownership for Black folks. It was Ronald Reagan that passed immigration legislation. Do you all know that? So they playing with y'all. When Trump was in office, yeah, he did a couple of little executive orders to try to stop some of the stuff at the borders, and they try to deport. But how many of y'all know that? Did you all know that Barack Obama was considered to be the deporter in chief because he deported more of the immigrants than a whole lot of them other administrations? But he didn't publicly say that a lot, but he was behind the scenes doing it. Did y'all know that? Y'all better wake up and smell the begonias. During the pandemic, I've explained this to you all years ago, but some of you all need these reminders. The AAPI community. Who are the AAPI community? That means the Asian Pacific Island community. When they passed that legislation to give them a crime bill for Asians, do you all know it was overwhelming bipartisan support, almost equal Republican support to that of the Democrats? I think it was just a handful of more Democrats, but it was overwhelming support from the Republicans too. Did y'all know that? There's just minor differences in how they deal with the immigration issue, what immigrants they want, and how we integrate them. Don't y'all ever think that it's a shoe-in for either one of them. Y'all need to understand that. Why am I bringing this up? Because I want to give the population the illusion that there's differences, to keep you participating in an illegitimate governmental system. So as long as you think that there's some real difference between the two parties, as long as you think that there's a real fight going on between the two, you join in legitimizing an illegit system. My sister said, come through with it. I got to show y'all that because y'all participate thinking it's some real differences between the two. Trump is a devil like Kamala is a devil. Y'all keep acting like because Trump, the alleged assassination attempt on his life, y'all trying to act like that's the real power that's trying to come for him. No, dummy. The major supporter of Trump's, the major funder of Trump's initial campaign, beloved, was Allison's wife. He's dead now. These are damn Zionists that can't stand Black folks in America and got an agenda. They're the ones that put all that money. Before, right when Trump was exiting the White House, do you all know that Iran and one of the other Middle Eastern countries put a warrant out for Trump's arrest because when he was in office, he was over there murdering and assassinating their top leadership. That's another reason why Trump's dumb self want to get back in office, because he wants to negotiate what's going on over there so that he don't have to worry about traveling and getting murdered, dummies. Trump was on record when he was in office bragging about them stealing the Syrian oil for the United States government. Trump's Jewish son-in-law, Jared Kushner, whose daddy is a felon and did time in prison for real crimes he committed. not because he was no target. Trump put his son-in-law in charge of his Middle Eastern policy. A lot of his Middle Eastern policies, and to this day, their companies are receiving breaks and benefits from a Middle Eastern company. Silly. It was under Trump that illegally named Jerusalem as the capital. No previous Republican or Democrat president did that. Trump is the one that demonized Iran and broke that treaty that we had with them. What's wrong with y'all? They want to give you an illusion that it's a difference so that you can keep participating in the system. The only reason Hillary is tripping about Trump being in office and all that, because the powers that shouldn't be don't care if Trump do come for her. They don't care that if Trump gets in office, if he put the DOJ to hunt her down and investigate her. That's the only difference. Hillary knows that the powers that be don't mind sacrificing her, because the presidents of the United States are only managers of this corporation. What's wrong with y'all? Stop it with y'all's funny looking self. Our votes are still for sale. We still gonna go whichever one that we can get the most benefits from. Don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about where it really matters on substantive issues. You need to be aware of that so that you can hold them accountable for those positions as well. Kamala is desired and wanted by former CIA and war criminals. Why do you think all these Republicans, these wild CIA assets, daughters of war criminals, are supporting Kamala Harris? Because Kamala Harris is more of a compliant manager of this U.S. corporation. You understand? She's more predictable. Trump is still down for the cause for the most part, but he messes with their plans in terms of a clean strategy on how they do it. You see? Are y'all understanding that? So you don't sound smart and intelligent when you try to push one over the other. That's not. And if you're not a spiritual like me, sit your to know what the heavens are up to. Because I be hearing so-called spiritual people pushing Kamala or Trump and all this stuff, and y'all both look like dummies. Vicki, get to where you're going. Now, with all that, Kamala is going overboard with using some of y'all's Lord and Savior Jesus Christ to make sure that that little handful of percentage of y'all can be counted on to go to the polls without promising to do anything for us. Well, some of y'all knew she was when she did that little thing with Charlemagne the Fraud and them. Remember, they brought on a pastor to ask her about her engagement with the church. He was so weak. Don't nobody want your religion. Don't nobody want your weak religion. How you gonna engage with it if you don't sit your funny looking self down, Reverend? Shout out to my UK family that's in the chat too. I saw the Netherlands in the chat, the UK in the chat. The international folks rock with me heavy, and I receive them because the whole world belongs to us. Talk black to me, somebody. Of course, I put an emphasis and a priority on foundational Black Americans, but what I look like giving away the whole rest of the world. For those of you that don't understand that, you better go support the other people that's like that. I'm a world leader, so I deal with world issues. Everybody don't have my assignment. And that's too much of a heavy lifting for you. So you shouldn't be discussing it, but I should be. You don't come over here telling me what to do. Watch this. Vicki, get to where you're going. Now, I want to show y'all this clip. This is on the Copyright Act of 1976. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ain't ready. So Kamala been going to the churches and stuff, but most folks have missed this part, this event that she did at a church. That's why I brought up Charlemagne the Fraud in there, because they've been bringing on so-called church religious people that's weak as water. Well, actually, water is not weak, but y'all understand what I'm saying. These weak, non-threatening religious people who Kamala loves them because, see, they think you're dumb. See, when they disproportionately go to you for your votes, that's because they know your religion keeps you weak. I don't care if you get upset with what I'm saying. You need the truth. That's what you need. You need the truth. So I've already talked about this on other platforms. I came across this days ago, but most folks have missed this part of when she was on the campaign trail. Y'all ready for this? Let me cue this.
To the sanctuary. And I just...
Y'all watch this. Y'all get ready. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, even though it's only about 10 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm going to skip around. Now, Kamala here, she's talking about her religious beliefs at a North Carolina church, but I think that she's getting ready to share some information that some of us just didn't know. I didn't know this. She's getting ready to give us a revelation about herself that I honestly I didn't know. Now, maybe some of y'all knew this information. I'm not saying that the woman is lying. Look, if you listen, just listen to me. I need you to just take a quick look in the camera, real quick. Look, I'm not saying she lying. I'm not saying she lying. I'm not saying that she lied. I'm not saying that Kamala, scamala. I'm not saying she lying. Why y'all laughing? I'm not saying she lying. But I want y'all, we're only gonna watch a couple minutes. Y'all ready? I don't know if y'all ready. Watch this. So I'm talking about this on all these platforms. Watch this. Y'all ready? So she's getting ready to reveal to us something about a church that she said that I just didn't know this information. That's all. I probably should have titled this breaking news. So the other day, y'all, look, Kamala is on the campaign trail. She's at this Koinonia Christian Center Church in Greenville, North Carolina. North Carolina, please tell me y'all not this dumb and gullible. But watch this. So Kamala's out there. This is what she reveals. But I want y'all to see how she's greeted in the church. Y'all ready? Y'all know I'm going to try not to act no fool. I'm not going to be singing no Amazing Grace today. If you want to see that, go look at the other ones. Y'all know I've been singing Amazing Grace some years ago since Obama been in office. I'm the one that broke that news and tell y'all that's all he ever gave us. I had to remind y'all that's all they do. But watch this. Here she go. Ready?
Good afternoon, church.
Good afternoon. Vicki, stop. Vicki, stop. Vicki, let me start over.
Please have a seat.
Lord have mercy. Vicki, I had delayed it. It ain't been but 2 seconds. I'm already screaming. Let me stop. Y'all listen. Here we go.
Good afternoon, church. Good afternoon. Oh, please have a seat. Please have a seat. Bishop O'Neill, I thank you so very much. We've had some time to visit before we came out into the sanctuary, and I just thank you for the leadership that you have provided for
Thank
so
you,
long.
Bishop. Good afternoon, church. Good afternoon, church. Good afternoon. I had to remind y'all, this is under the Copyright Act of 1976. I'm not going to play this whole little message from Evangelist Kamala Harris, but keep listening.
Looking at the images of the aftermath of the hurricane, but it is easy in these moments of crisis to question our faith.
Now watch this. She talking about the hurricane first. Because she know we caught her up. We exposed the governments and their weakness not to respond to the American people during the hurricane. So now she's trying to address that with the most gullible people on the planet, church folks.
To sometimes lose our faith for a moment. Because what we see.
Hold on, Vicki.
It's so hard.
Here we go. Vicki, stop. Vicki, please stop. Y'all, I can't talk during this time because I need y'all to see what she getting ready to say about the scriptures. Y'all ready?
Before we came out.
Y'all ready to see what she gonna say about the scriptures? Y'all ready to see what she finna say about the scriptures? Listen real close. Before she make another confession, listen to this first one. Thumbs up, share the broadcast, everybody. Everybody hit that thumbs up button, share.
And I just thank you for the leadership that you have provided for so long. You know, in times of crisis, and when we're looking at the images of the aftermath of the hurricane, but it is easy in these moments of crisis to question our faith.
Listen.
To sometimes lose our faith for a moment. Because what we see is so hard to see that we lose faith or a vision of those things we cannot see but must know.
Vicki, please. Vicki, please. Did y'all hear what she said about the seeing? I don't think y'all heard it. Watch this. She talking about spirituality and spirituality. Y'all listen to what she said about the seeing. Y'all ready again? Listen closely. I know y'all, I come on Sundays every now and then, but y'all listen. I'm talking to my spiritual Christian family. What did she say?
For so long. You know, in times of crisis, and when we're looking at the images of the aftermath of the hurricane, but it is easy in these moments of crisis to question our faith, to sometimes lose our faith for a moment. because what we see is so hard to see that we lose faith or a vision of those things we cannot see but must know. And
did y'all catch that? Because what we see is so hard to see that we lose faith or a vision of those things that we can't see but must know. What did she say again? Y'all think I'm making it up? I'm finna play it again, because what we see is so hard to see that we lose faith or a vision of those things we can't see but must know. This Brahmin lady, this South Asian Indian, it's okay to be that. Just quit pretending you us.
Provided for so long. You know, in times of crisis, and when we're looking at the images of the aftermath of the hurricane, but it is easy in these moments of crisis to question our faith, to sometimes lose our faith for a moment.
What?
Because what we see is so hard to see that we lose faith or a vision of those things we cannot see but must know.
Did y'all catch that? Because it's so hard to see. It's so hard to see. What we see is so hard to see that we lose faith or a vision of those things that we cannot see but must know. Because it's so hard to see what we had saw in the sight of the seeing of the insight of the vision of the dream of the sight of the sea, whether it's the sea, the underwater sea, S-E-A, or the sea of the seeing of the S-E-E, with the letter C, A-B-C, C, A-B-C to the D, the one that comes before the D of the C of the E. About the sea, of the sight of the sea, of the vision, of that which you can't see. Do you see? On the scene of the sea, of the saw of the sea. Why y'all laughing? This is serious. Because you got to see because you got to see that which you can't see, but must know, of the sight of the sea. Whether it's under the sea, with the sea of the eyes, or the alphabet of the letter C, A, B, C. Do you see? And then she gonna grasp her chest like it was deep. Watch.
And I just thank you for the leadership that you have provided for so long. You know, in times of crisis, and when we're looking at the images of the aftermath of the hurricane, but it is easy in these moments of crisis to question our faith, to sometimes lose our faith for a moment, because what we see is so hard to see that we lose faith or a vision of those things we cannot see but must know.
My God, as if that was the worst. Vicki, keep playing. Here we go. Let me just get to where I'm going. Y'all keep listening to what she finna reveal. In case the sea wasn't enough, the sight of the sea of the soul, of the insight that involves glasses and goggles, teleprompters, telescopes, so that I can see of the sight of the soul, of the vision of the sea with the eyes. Gotta see. Under the sea, with the sea, the letter C, of the sight of the soul of the sea. So that you can know about the sea, of the soul, of the insight. On the scene of the sight of the soul of the sea. I saw it in the sea. Do you see it? Of the sight of the soul. Lord, have mercy.
The hurricane, but it is easy in these moments of crisis to question our faith.
Last time.
To sometimes lose our faith for a moment, because what we see is so hard to see that we lose faith or a vision of those things we cannot see but must know. And you are such a leader in all of those ways, and I thank you. I'm honored to be with you. I'm honored to be with you. Thank you.
That's the time in church you should be booing and rebuking devils and demons. But I digress. Keep listening.
And KCC family, thank you for welcoming me today. Thank you.
Y'all put your hands together, because she's so excited. She's so excited. She got through that. The teleprompter is now up. The people told her, get on out there, start talking. She thought it was going to be up before then, so she got thrown. She didn't get thrown. She got throwed. And that's when she went into the seat of the side of the saw of the underwater sea and the yacht and the ships on the sea. With the teleprompters and the telescopes and the glasses and the sunglasses for the side of the sea of the saw. And then she went to the spelling bee, ABC. You see? God is today.
The opportunity to allow me to worship with you. It does my heart and soul good.
Look, she started laughing and taking a sigh of relief right there because now the teleprompter back up. You understand? She thought she was going to have another one of them malfunctions the other day, so she went to the sea of the saw of the side of the sea, the letter C, the alphabet, the spelling bee, ABC, underwater C, the Navy SEALs. You understand? So once she got through that, she was like, woo! the prompter came back up. Now watch what she finna reveal during the teleprompter. Now that it's working right. Everybody hit that thumbs up button, share, share, share. Because I said, look, because I said so. Said, what did I know, right? I had to keep playing it because I want y'all to know I'm not making nothing up. Because it looked like it was deep for a minute till you stop and say, what? Because what we see is so hard to see that we lose faith or a vision of that which we can't see but must know. Lord, have mercy. Watch this.
Scripture teaches us.
Y'all ready? This is why she's happy now. So when she was doing the side of the sea of the saw, the teleprompter was down. It was doing weird stuff. She was freaking out. She was having visions of devastation of what happened to her the other day when she was where was that at? In Michigan. Remember when she went to Michigan and it was a whole devastation? The teleprompter stopped and she stopped. She thought she was about to head back to that again. The teleprompter hurry up and pop back up. And the church starts screaming and hollering. Watch this.
Become weary.
So here she go. This is
doing good.
Here's when the teleprompter start working again. Y'all indulge me. I know I be doing the most, but y'all got to get this.
A vision of those things we cannot see but must know.
Watch this.
And you are such a leader in all of those ways. And I thank you. I'm honored to be with you. I'm honored to be with you.
Here's the moment the teleprompter is finna start working. Look at her body language.
I'm honored to be with you. Thank you.
Look.
And KCC family, thank you for welcoming me today. Thank you. And thank you for the opportunity to allow me to worship with you. It does my heart and soul good. So scripture teaches us.
Look.
Let us not become weary in doing good.
All right now.
For at the proper time.
Come on, Kamala.
We will reap a harvest if we do not give up.
She is so happy right there because she got out the Easter speech. She finally got out the Easter speech she was giving with the teleprompter. How many of y'all know about the Easter speeches? It does not matter how religious your mom and daddy was. It don't matter if you was deep Christian or not. Some of y'all know about having to do an Easter speech at Easter time. That's the equivalent of what she did right there when she read the words right from the teleprompter when it first came up about not growing weary and well-doing, the Galatian scripture. Y'all want to listen again? This is when she got her Easter speech out, and the church acted like she was a 6-year-old that did the Easter speech. I know about Easter speeches. I know. Me and my siblings from Mississippi know about the speeches. We had to know the speeches by heart. That's when mom and them a day or two before wash our hair and straighten it and stuff with the straightening comb. And when my grandmama got a hold of our hair, our hair was popping, it was burning all over the place, and she was swearing up and down. It was the grease. Red Pieces, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. Red Pieces says, my 601 sis is absolutely the queen of receipts, you see. They don't know about that 601, baby. 601 is a dirty down south. I love you, precious, and your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. Talk black to me. They don't know about that C. Watch this. So she got out that Easter speech. And so, my mama and them had to do all, how many of y'all know about the Easter outfits and stuff? My mama, she sewed too. So she made our dresses and stuff. They was ironing. You couldn't tell us nothing with our little white lace socks. Talk black to me, somebody. We had Payless back in the day. So when mama would get us new Easter shoes and stuff, our dresses and stuff was cute. The Mother Dillard made. On that Saturday, we had to sit there, all of us girls, while we get our hair washed and then straighten, because they had to pull out that straightening comb. Y'all know about the straightening comb that sat on the stove, and it wasn't no electric stove. It was a gas stove. And then mama, girls, it was so much preparation for Easter. Of course, they cooking for Easter dinner. Talk black to me, somebody. Mama done made the Easter dresses, got the Easter outfits, got to do the hair. So grandmama and them had to help with some stuff sometimes, because Mother Dillard had to do it all. So when grandmama got a hold of my hair and stuff, I was like, back of my ear was burnt, just seared. It was a whole incision. And grandmama told me, that's the grease. No, grandmama, you burnt. That was you. Because when mama do it, it's hot, but it don't be like that. That's the grease. That's that grease. And you better not say that wasn't the grease. But it wasn't the grease. That was grandmama. That was just you. Grandmama, I love you, but that was you. Because when mama do it, it be hot, but it don't be like that. I be scared when mama doing it too, but she don't be leaving damage like that with the ear and stuff. But I digress. So Kamala just finished her Easter speech, and the whole church congratulated her like I was congratulated when I was 6 and 7 and 8 years old. When you put your one line out, he has risen. Jesus has risen indeed. That's the Easter speech. The whole church. Woo! Talk black to me, somebody. And on Friday, he was buried and rose again on Sunday. Woo! That's what Kamala did. This is what she's doing, her Easter speech in church. This 60-year-old South Indian Brahmin lady is doing her Easter speech, and the black churches are rewarding her.
And you are such a leader in all of those ways, and I thank you. I'm honored to be with you. I'm honored to be with you. I'm honored to be with you. Thank you. And KCC family, thank you for welcoming me today. Thank you. And thank you for the opportunity to allow me to worship with you. It does my heart and soul good. So scripture teaches us, let us not become weary in doing good.
Easter speech.
For at the proper time, we will reap a harvest.
Come on, Kamala.
If we do not give up.
Y'all give her a hand. Woo!
So I first encountered the words of Galatians as a young girl at 23rd Avenue Church of God in Oakland, California.
Y'all.
Which is where I sang in the children's choir.
Okay, family, breaking news. Breaking. When I saw that clip some days ago, I said, wait, hold up. I kept rewinding the thing over and over again after she did the Easter speech. And I said, wait a minute. Did she just say that the 23rd Church of God, she sang in the children's choir? Child, I know she didn't just, okay, I'm not saying she lied. I'm not saying that she is lying. But I want y'all to hear that again. If you thought the Easter speech about the sea, the underwater sea, the letter sea, and the sight to see was the devastation of it all. Watch this.
Not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. So I first encountered the words of Galatians as a young girl at 23rd Avenue Church of God in Oakland, California, which is where I sang in the children's choir and first learned the teachings of the Bible. My earliest memory.
Child. Okay. Church of God. She Kojic around this month. She Kojic. She didn't just go to church. I mean, she didn't just attend the Kojic church. She said she sang in the children's choir. I mean, I'm not saying she lying. I'm just saying it's new news and information. Just before the election, for the most gullible group of them all. Kamala is Kojic around this month. She Church of God in Christ. She Church of God. She said Church of God. She sang in the children's choir. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that Kamala Harris, as a young girl, was singing in the children's choir of 23rd Church of God? Y'all, this is her campaign strategy, is what I'm trying to show you. And y'all, some of y'all are going for it, hook, line, and sinker.
So those teachings are about a loving God. A God who asks us to speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, to defend the rights of the poor and the needy. And so at an early age, I learned that faith is a verb. It is something we show in action and in service. And we show it by heeding the words of my pastor, who Bishop spoke with yesterday, Reverend Dr. Amos C. Brown, who often invokes the words that we all know. One must do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with our God.
Child, let me tell y'all something. I know I'm not supposed to be doing this right now. I know I'm not supposed to be doing this. Let me tell y'all something. They are using not only magical rituals in high places that you don't know nothing about. And I'm talking about both Republican and Democrats, and especially a lot of them white ones that's in these little secret societies doing magic. They throw out their little Jesus and stuff, and then they turn around and tell you that Israel is the chosen people, and they use scripture, call them Amalekites, and turn around and murder them and tell you that it's God's will. Talk black to me, somebody. I said, talk black to me, somebody. You know that religion is playing a part in this in ways you can see, in ways that you can't see. It doesn't matter what your religion is, but you need to know the playbook that your open enemy is using. And you need to know when they're pimping you and how you've been programmed and prodded with the misinformation of the text that you call the word of God. FBA Queen, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. She said, you don't have to say she's lying. I will. She said, I will. She said she sang in the church's choir in the USA while she went to school and was residing in Canada. Child, don't even go there. Y'all know that you're exactly right. She was in Canada for some of her early years. And a lot of folks don't know that. Before y'all around here bragging about her going to HBCU, how many of y'all know that she went to a college in Canada for the first year? How many of y'all know that Kamala also, not only did she go to school in Canada for a while, but she also spent about a year in college in Canada? How many of y'all know that? How many of y'all know that?
The government in this text comprised of Caesar.
This the only preacher I want to hear from.
The Roman government.
This the one.
The British government used to rule from east to west. The British government had a Union Jack. She colonized Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad, and Hong Kong.
This is the kind of preacher that the Democrats and Republicans don't want. They'll have Obama denounce him. Talk black to me, somebody. Queen said yes. See, that's the kind of preaching we want. Y'all don't like Reverend Jeremiah Wright because Jeremiah Wright called you out for how you dog and diss and tinkle on foundational Black Americans. Y'all don't like him, but because before October 7th, he was calling out your antics of your murder and genocide that you was doing, mess making around the world. This is the kind of preacher you don't want nothing to do with. Kamala, take your hips to his church.
Her navies ruled the 7 seas all the way down to the tip of Argentina in the Falklands. But the British government failed. The Russian government failed. The Japanese government failed. The German government failed. And the United States of America government, when it came to treating her citizens of Indian descent fairly, she failed. She put them on reservations. When it came to treating her citizens of Japanese descent fairly, she failed. She put them in internment prison camps. When it came to treating the citizens of African descent fairly, America failed. She put them in chains. The government put them on slave quarters, put them on auction blocks, put them in cotton fields, put them in inferior schools, put them in substandard housing, put them in scientific experiments, put them in the lowest paying jobs, put them outside the equal protection of the law, kept them out of their racist bastions of higher education, and locked them into positions of hopelessness and helplessness. The government gives them the drugs, builds bigger prisons, passes a 3-strike law, and then wants us to sing God Bless America. No, not God Bless America.
God damn America.
That's in the Bible for killing innocent people. God damn America for treating her citizens as less than human. God damn America as long as she tries to act like she is God and she is supreme.
Somebody say praise the Lord. I said somebody say praise the Lord. See, they don't want that kind of pastor. You got to be a certain kind of pastor. When you're the kind of pastor that calls out America for her slavery, when you call out America for her 3 strikes law, when you call out America for her diabolical geopolitical mess making, lying, thieving, and stealing, they will have Barack Hussein Obama dog the man that married him, that baptized his children, and give him the middle finger and try to mess up his church and his influence all over the world. Wonder would Kamala go to a church like that? I don't care what your religion is. Most of us would go up in there and talk about some praise the Lord after we done hearing that. See, when your religion makes you weak and gullible, they embrace you. But pay attention to what type of pastor they made Obama denounce, and the whole Democrat Party came after. I gotta go. I'm not going to spend no lot of time on this. I just wanted to give you the breaking news that Kamala Harris said that the 23rd Church of God, she sang in the children's choir while she on the campaign trail to trick your gullible, naive selves, some of you. I want y'all to put that out there and say, maybe it's true, ma'am, but is there a reason we just finding this out about you? When your religion is weak, and when all you want to do is have nearness to whiteness and nearness to power and scream and holler, they embrace you. That tells you everything that you need to know. But when you sit up here and call out their devilment and say, no, God damn America. When you got that preacher that's calling out your racism, your slavery, your Jim Crow, your unjust Jim Crow laws, the 3 strikes law. See, Kamala not finna talk about those 3 strikes because she know that's going to open up a door for us to talk about the fact that she fought to keep us in prison. And more importantly, she's not going to let us go down that rabbit hole. And your dumb media folks, when she's on those platforms, they don't have her go down why she does it. They're not going to ask her who's funding her. They're not going to talk about none of that. They're not going to ask her why is it that when she was the Attorney General of the state of California, that the higher courts were seriously considering holding her in contempt of court. Instead, they're going to put out your little juicy, dewy Charlemagne the Frauds and D.L. Hewley talking about, oh, it wasn't technically that many thousands. Instead of them asking her, ma'am, why were the courts seriously considering holding you in contempt of court? They don't ask her that. They don't say to her, they don't tell you that the black ladies that have come forward and the brothers that have come forward with names, how come they don't interview them and say, are you all lying? How come Charlemagne isn't calling them liars for saying it was her that was willing to keep me as a mother in prison because of truancy and my child was sick and missing school? They don't interview those kind of folks. They don't interview the prisoners that subsequently released later on, but Kamala helped to keep in prison because she wanted to use their labor to fight fires and make products for big corporations. How come they don't interview none of them and say, is this true? How many of y'all saw when Nina Turner was on CNN the other day? And Nina Turner, she still be caping for them Democrats in that little weird way, but sometimes she say something that makes sense. How many of y'all saw when Nina Turner was on CNN the other day? Excuse me. And right when she was exposing Kamala Harris's record and she was going off on them for disrespecting, for targeting black men, how many of y'all know that the CNN host, law member, Abby Phillips' funny looking self, cut her off when Nina Turner was getting ready to break down Kamala Harris's anti-black, lock them up history? Is Charlemagne the guy and them gonna tell Nina Turner, who's pro-Democrat Party, was a former state senator, I believe she was, he gonna call her a liar too when she got ready to break down Kamala's record? How many of y'all saw that? Y'all hit that thumbs up button. I told you I got to get ready to go. I found a clip here real quick. Let me see if I can fast forward it to the part where Nina Turner was on CNN and CNN cuts her off right when she getting ready to expose Kamala Harris's record and why black men don't vote for her, because she was getting ready to break down the fact that we consider her to be a cop.
In Pittsburgh, it was there that he got candid, maybe a little too candid if you are in the vice president's inner circle tonight. He warned that Harris is underperforming him with black voters, and he had a message specifically for black men.
Part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for them. So now you're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you because you think that's a sign of strength, because that's what being a man is. Putting women down.
I'm not going to go through this again. We just said nigga please and moved on. Let me move on to where I'm going. Y'all need to watch my other broadcast I did on this. I'm not going to go through that because that's just going to trying to send my pressure up, and I'm trying to heal, God, today. I'm trying to heal, baby. I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to keep myself cute and sexy. So when I'm at the beach with my man, we do what? Come on, talk black to me, somebody. I got to stay cute and feminine.
Was so pointed, in addition to him making it very clear.
That's right. Although he is asking.
Watch this. Watch. When the black woman, Nina Turner, gets ready to go off on Obama to break down how it was disrespectful for him to talk about the black man voter. Watch this. Y'all give me a minute. I'm trying to cue it. Everybody hit that thumbs up button. This is under the Copyright Act of 1976. Here we go.
And so when I was a delegate for President Obama in both of his elections in Ohio, right now the vice president is down 11 points in Ohio, even though I fully expect President Trump to take Ohio as he did twice, but to be down 11 points compared to President Biden, that is a problem. But this other issue I want to bring up is a problem too. Why are black men being lectured to? Why are black men being belittled in ways that no other voting group? Now, a lot of love for former President
look at Abby.
Obama.
Look at that.
But for him to single out black men is wrong. And some of the black men that I have talked to have their reasons why.
Listen, she said the black men I've talked to have their reasons why. Watch this, though. Watch this. Hey, my brother, Cool Keys. That's one of our other moderators in the building. Everybody, if you're just tuning in, my name is Vicki Dillard. You're tuned in to my own channel here at VickiDillard.tv, even though many of you have seen me on other platforms and networks as well. Be sure as you come in that you're subscribed, that you hit all notifications. And family, I have an event coming up October 27th. That's literally days from now. Me and Brother Rizza Islam. You heard that right. Me and Brother Rizza Islam, we're teaming up, because we're going to expose the next phase of the pandemic, and we're going to be breaking down information that we cannot talk about online, and that is its possible connection to American Zionism. The wars that you're seeing happening in the United States domestically against foundational Black Americans, the wars that you're seeing happening in Congo, even in the Sahel area on the continent of Africa, beloved, and the Sudan and other parts, and as well as the Middle East, beloved, there is a common thread, whether you know it or not, and it's connected to the pandemic. You may not know it, family, but you don't want to miss this because we can't talk about this online. Click that link above or go to my website at VickiPlanet.com so that you can save your seat. It's very affordable. You want to get this above top secret information and the practical things that we're going to tell you what you can do about it. Don't you miss it. October 27th. Click that link above. Y'all watch what she's getting ready to do, and look at Abby's feelings. Oh, this League of Mammy member, the black woman host of CNN. Look at her looking at Nina Turner like, how dare you? How dare you? I can't stand them law members. That's why I always go off on a funny looking self. FBA Queen, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. You always giving and supporting me, precious.
Want to vote a different way. And even if some of us...
And I've got some cash apps. I wasn't able to announce those names, but everybody that's giving, please know your gifts are blessed 1,000-fold.
Like that, we have to respect it.
Wait a minute.
Unless President...
Now I need to rewind a little bit because I watch this. I don't want you to... I done already played this, so watch my other broadcasts. Y'all know I can drag Obama for days, but we just said, nigga, please. It's all we said. Watch my other broadcast. I got to skip. I'm just making this point.
And some of the Black men that I have talked to have their reasons why they want to vote a different way. And even if some of us may not like that, we have to respect it.
You got to respect it.
President Barack Obama is going to go out and lecture every other group of men from other identity groups, my message for Democrats is don't bring it here.
Don't bring it.
Black men who, by and large, don't vote much differently from Black women. And what, as a politician, we should be trying to get all voters to vote. And hopefully there are a few.
Y'all watch this. Pay close attention. Y'all know I always point out the subtleties. Watch this.
Good men out there who do care about the stripping away of some of women's bodily autonomy. But this is wrong for President Obama. It is a wrong course for the Harris campaign to lay at the feet of Black men when they have their reasons.
Abby Phillips, that's the Black girl who's the host here at CNN. Look how she's looking at Nina Turner. Now watch what she gonna do real slick like and pay attention to what Nina Turner is getting ready to say.
The vice president was labeled a cop, as we know.
But do you think, sorry to interrupt you, Nina, but do you...
Y'all hear that? Right when she getting ready to expose Kamala's record, she said Kamala was considered what? A cop. So when you be seeing these lying spiritual people out here, lying Charlemagne, lying Angela Rye, lying Tamika Mallory and them, lying about her being for reparations, lying and trying to cover up her record. Y'all telling me that this pro-Democrat former Congresswoman is lying too? Listen to what Sister Nina says. Not only did you hear her say that Black men have their reasons, she was getting ready to give the reasons. Y'all listen.
Care about the stripping away of some of women's bodily autonomy. But this is wrong for President Obama. It is a wrong course for the Harris-Waltz campaign to lay at the feet of Black men when they have their reasons. In 2020, the vice president was labeled a cop, as we know.
But do you think, sorry to interrupt you, Nina, but do you think he's right?
Did y'all see that? Sorry to interrupt you, Nina, to cut you off. If I was Nina Turner, I would have said, no, I'm going to finish my point. What was she leading into? She specifically said she was labeled a cop. She was getting ready to go through her record. So all you ninjas out there, you D.L. Hewletters, you funny looking self, you're going to sit here and tell me that somebody that's pro-Democrat as Nina Turner, former state congresswoman, you finna tell me that she finna sit up here? Come on, somebody. You going to tell her she lying about Kamala's record? She was getting ready to give you the details. And they cut her off. They don't want the specifics, the details, the evidence, and the receipts to come out. I've been gave y'all the receipts for many years. Look at my previous broadcast. Google my name. Talk Black to me, somebody. You'll see some of my content, even though some of them have been taken down from irresponsible, little silly knucklehead people that was running little networks and stuff. I want y'all to see that. They shut her down before she could reveal that record. I'm bringing it up because I already have given you the receipt over the years. Plenty of them. Too many. But I wanted you all to see that someone that's pro-Democrat, they're not even letting her talk about it. Talk Black to me, somebody. They cut her off if she go anywhere near the receipts and truth. Are y'all seeing that? That's my only point of showing you that is that somebody that's pro-Democrat all up in there. When they on mainstream TV, they finna shut that down, baby. Brother Virgil, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. He's one of my strongest supporters. He's also a student at the Vicki Dillard Mystery School. Thanks for bringing the sword of truth, queen of Black and celestial media. Oh, I hit the gavel on that. That's so precious, beloved. Sending you kisses, Brother Virgil. Watch this. I want y'all to keep this in mind. Kamala Harris is against lineage-based reparations for Black Americans. She's not honest and transparent about her family. A lot of y'all said she ain't Black for real, but at the very least, we can say she is their inconsistency and lies that she done told us about her family. She's pro-Israeli genocide. She's pro-U.S. imperialism as demonstrated with her pro-Ukraine and NATO alignment. These are points I put down on social media. That's what I'm reading from my own post. This me. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard, by the way. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. She's endorsed by war criminals and the security state actors over women. Why do y'all think the CIA folks and the people that was responsible for terrorism and war crimes, they coming out supporting Kamala Harris? Don't y'all think that's something? If she's on the right side of history, war criminals are not coming out of the droves to support her, silly. What else? She threatened censorship on social media. How many of y'all remember in 2019, she went on CNN and talked about threatening us having our autonomy and our voices online on social media. She believes in censoring that. She said it. And she pushed the pandemic mandates. What's wrong with y'all? Even if you sit up here talking about she got some black in her, the hell is wrong with you if she's against lineage-based reparations, if she believes in censoring your voice online? She's still pro-genocide. She a Zionist. She pro-NATO, pro-U.S. imperialism. And all of the war criminals and the security state actors are coming out in support of her. That tells you everything you need to know. I'm going to talk about this some more. How many of y'all been following me on social media? Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on X, Twitter at Dillard Vicki, V-I-C-K-I. Be sure to spell my name right. There are no double K's in my names. There are no E's in my names. There are no Y's in my name. My mama said my name is not short for Victoria because my mama said I didn't look like no Victoria. My name is spelled V-I-C-K-I. I say that because if you're looking for me somewhere, you're going to miss it. Vicki Dillard, D-I-L-L-A-R-D. And I'm on TikTok at I am Vicki Dillard. All the rest of them folks is fake and report them devils. Because people be telling me all the time, Vicki, did you ask me about some business deal on TikTok? Hell no. This woman is a devil. Why would they be against, why would they be for censorship online? They're not caring about the information online. They're caring about some of us that's telling the truth about them. Why y'all want to support somebody who helped destroy your businesses and stuff during the pandemic and told you that you're going to, and some of y'all lost your jobs, you were evicted, you lost your homes because Kamala and them were supporting mandates, told you that if you didn't get the shot, devil, it's over with. They believed in those mandates. What's wrong with y'all? That was all that's Kamala. Kamala is for all of that. That's Kamala. That's your girl Kamala. That's your girl Kamala. Kamala's sister, I told you this before, was one of Hillary Clinton's senior advisors. What's wrong with y'all? All them folks that was lying the other day. Remember how Charlemagne was on, he brought in Tamika Mallory again not too long ago, and Tamika on there talking about, I don't know why they say that she was against reparations, because she said it. Liars. If Charlemagne is lying to you about that, if Tamika is lying to you about that, if the other weird little Democrat shields that some of y'all call pro-black will lie about that, that's telling you that they're serving another agenda. That's why I keep emphasizing them. What else are they lying about? Do you all wonder why is Dick Cheney and them's daughter and stuff coming out fighting for Kamala? The war criminals are what's wrong with y'all? You can't be that stupid. I'm using strong language because you need to be shook up because you are possessed by the real devil. What's wrong with you? Singing at the Church of God in Christ. Talking about she done sung in the Church of God in Christ. That's how much they think of your state. They call it, do you all know she at home with her Jewish white husband, Kamala, who's got a legit credible record of beating up on women. When y'all gonna put that out there? All the people that's for Kamala, all the black folks and the spiritualists that's out there talking about it's the will of the gods and the goddesses that she be president. Watch this. And I'm one of the first ones that came out and told y'all that it's possible she might be. I was one of the first ones in the black grassroots meeting that told y'all that the Democrats was up to something, and I believed it was possible that he was going to step down. What I'm trying to get you to see is that it still doesn't mean that she ain't playing, you dummy. Even if the divine is allowing her to be in that position, they're allowing her to be in that position so that they can bring this empire to a quicker end. And they know enough of you idiotic people in the population gonna go for it. Silly. You ain't righteous because you tapping into something spiritual. Dummy. The spirit realm pimps you. They have councils and assembly. They hold court up there to strategize about what's happening on earth. And how yes, they can play you. If you've attended some of my special webinars, I've given you specific ancient records to show you about a divine council. Did I not? And I showed you how the divine approved a lying spirit to come to earth to trick nations. And so when the prophets prophesied that it was the divine's will, it's because the spirits were involved in tricking them. But it was only one prophet that stood against the masses that was tapped in for real. Y'all ain't on that right there. Mario, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. You got to join the Vicki Dillard Mystery School. You got to be a part of my offline stuff to know about this. Because see, some of you all mock me on the Vicki show. So I let y'all mock me when I'm bamming together. I let you make fun of my curly braids. I let you talk about the way I look and how I talk and how I am. I let you do all that on here. But when you come into one of my sacred spaces, baby, my spiritual court may take you out. So I have to do that offline. So you know that you enter in another dimension when you play with me over there like that. Linda Hamilton, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. Rahman Muhammad, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. You little weirdos. You little silly, little dumb, little knucklehead, little stupid, little silly, little funny looking, stanky, little funky looking devil, little weird looking. Yes, I know you tapping into some spiritual stuff. But it's the spirits that's playing you, dummy. Kamala is at home in the bed with her Jewish husband that's credibly accused of beating up on women. How many of y'all know he did not deny the fact that when he was on some dates with some other women, then they said that he slapped them. He hasn't denied that. He just came out and said it was a distraction. Kamala, the prosecutor, who said she tough on crime, she married a man that's credibly accused and has, to my knowledge, there's some credible evidence out there that when he was dating these other women, he slapped the mess out of them. Don't y'all know she at home, they laughing? This South Asian Brahmin India lady is at home laughing with her Jewish husband at you. She be over there with her phone. Let me get a phone. Where's my phone? She be there in the bed. Just imagine me laying down in the bed with him. Y'all know that's a devastation, but just imagine. Dougie, look, Dougie. Look, Kathy, my senior manager, she told me that when I go down there to the church, she told me to make sure that you grab your chest and say, "Good evening, church." Look, Dougie. They want me to tell them that I sang in the children's choir at the Church of God on 23rd. Oh my God. That's what she doing. She at home after she finished doing her Vedic mantras and chants, which I believe in, with her Jewish husband that just came off of Rosh Hashanah. Busting out laughing because she's laughing at the text message from her advisors that tell her to be sure to just so she knows that they gonna put in the teleprompter that she sang in the children's choir at the Koji church. They're gonna say children's choir so that way it's fuzzy in the minds of all the people that may have known her at that age. They say in the children's choir because in case somebody try to go prove that she lying, it'll be close enough to the election. And nobody's going to remember because she's 60. And if she's saying it's a children's choir, it would have been at least 40 some years ago. 45, 46. And that means that she was, you see? That's what she's doing. While he's celebrating Rosh Hashanah, she just finished doing her Lakshmi mantras. That's what they own. She's screaming and hollering because of her advisors. Because I said so, sis, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. And not only that, she's reminding Dougie, who's credibly accused of beating up the women he was in previous relationships with. I believe the other thing is that when he was married to somebody else, didn't he sleep with the maid or something? This is your righteous prosecutor, Kamala. Yeah, that. She sang in the church of God. After she's done busting out laughing just off of Rosh Hashanah, she busting out laughing because she's also laughing at the text message that she got from Charlamagne the God's team, giving her the heads up that he's going to ask her about reparations. And just make sure you tell him that you have always been for the study. And don't worry, you don't have to deny or nothing, because Angela Rye's dumb self, Tamika Riley's funny looking self, and the other little weird so-called street politicians and the rest of them, they're going to come running to your rescue. So you ain't even got to deny or affirm nothing. Rolanda Martina and them going to cover for you. Dougie, look at this. Look at this, Dougie. That's what killed me right here. That's what really got me. Hold up. Oh my God. Dougie saying, what is it, hon? What is it, hon? What is it? Watch this. Wait. Get this, Dougie. Get this, Dougie. They want me to say that I sung in the church of God. Children choir. Oh, gee, golly. Oh, gee, golly. Golly, gee, golly. For the sea that you can't see, under the sea, the letter C. Hold your nose under the sea with your goggles so you can see with your glasses and the teleprompter. I'm going to just end it with this. We got to go, family. Family, make sure that you are signed up and registered for October. Honey, it's literally Sunday. Click that link, family. Me and Brother Riz Islam coming together because we're going to expose the next phase of the pandemic and what you can do about it. And we're going to talk about the American Zionism connection to it. I'm going to leave y'all with this. This is very important. If you don't remember nothing else, keep this in mind. Keep this in mind, beloved. Y'all ready?
It's so hard to see.
Wait. Keep this in mind, because I don't want y'all thinking I'm embellishing nothing.
To sometimes lose our faith for a moment, because what we see is so hard to see that we lose faith or a vision of those things we cannot see but must know.
What you say, girl? What you say?
And you.
Nothing you ever have to say. See, when you're dealing with a silly black church, nothing you say has to make no sense. You understand? Nothing has to make sense. Nothing.
Before we came out into the sanctuary, and I just thank you for the leadership that you have provided for so long. You know, in times of crisis, and we're looking at the images of the aftermath of the hurricane, but it is easy in these moments of crisis to question our faith, to sometimes lose our faith for a moment.
Here we go.
Because what we see is so hard to see that we lose faith or a vision of those things we cannot see but must know.
The teleprompter went down.
And you are
teleprompter down, because what we see is so hard to see that we lose faith or vision of those things we can't see but must know. Because it's about the see of the sight, of the insight, of being on sight. For the seeing of the sight and the telepromptage. The teleprompter. And then I went to the spelling bee and said ABC. You see? And then I put on the underwater sea outfit to breathe underwater from the C of the SEA to the SEE, because it was the SEE was a problem for me because while the teleprompter went down, because I was trying to see with the SEE. And then a few minutes later, I remembered that I was going to go underwater of the underwater sea. And then watch Akila the bee so she can say ABC. I gotta go. Let me get God today. Because I'm going to watch Aquila the B, A, B, C for the C. Do you see? But must know. Because it's so hard to see. For the undersea, for the vision of the sea and the sight of the sight of the sea, of the binoculars and the contacts for the sea, to know about the sea and at the sight of the salt for the sea. Do you see? At the Holy See of the Catholic Church in Italy. And I'm going to lead a sermon at that from the Holy See. St. Peter's Basilica, the Holy See that I saw with the sight. Then I held my nose and went under sea. Then I counted to ABC. Then I watched Aquila the B for the sea of the sight of the soul. Let me go. I love y'all. I'm so silly. This is your Mississippi sister who's living in the wild, wild west. But this is outrageous. And I just have to get you to see it. The other side of the sea. Under the sea. By the sea, the letter C, A, B, C, D. But the C come for the D. Because Vicki Dillard's name start with the D. Because I said so, say I see now, baby, don't we see? I love y'all. I can't wait to see you next Sunday. Click the link above or go to my website at VickiPlanet.com. Me, Brother Riz Islam. We're going to break down the next phase of this pandemic. We're going to give you above top knowledge, above top secret information, just stuff that they don't want you to know. And I'm going to connect the dots between them and American Zionism. You better get ready. I love you. I'm your sister with the curly braids. I bow to you. I can't wait to see you again.